Hidden behind me is a crystal ball that can predict the real estate future. Unfortunately, I don't have that and nobody else does, but what I do have is market knowledge and insight. Let's talk 2022 real estate predictions, Life's a Beach.
Beautiful Santa Barbara, California. However, paradise isn't always smooth sailing. Let's talk about it. This is Life's a Beach.
So basically, since the start of the COVID housing market, we've seen 20+% appreciation year over year for housing all across the nation, not just here in Santa Barbara. What's gonna happen in 2022 is what's on all the buyers, sellers, investors' mind, and I have some data and some insight that might help you know what to do in 2022. Here are some things that we know for sure. The first is there's a lot more demand than there is supply. There are so many buyers who want to lock down their own property, and there's not many people selling. And there's also lack of inventory due to the decrease in construction that we've seen since the 2008 housing crisis. That means less units are being built, more people want to buy. So when there's a shift with high demand and lower supply, that means prices go up. Basic economics right there. Here's what we also know. Inflation has grown at a rapid pace, honestly a pace that's a little bit dangerous. And to combat inflation, what the Fed and other lending policies are going to do, are they going to increase interest rates? And what that means is buyers will have less purchasing power. They're going to be paying a higher rate to borrow money than they will before. We saw interest rates dropping as low as in the mid-2s. At their lowest, and now they're creeping into the 3s, the mid-3s, and by the end of the year there's a great chance they will be in the 4s. So what that means is buyers who are getting a loan, which last year in Santa Barbara County was 67% of the buyers, are going to have less purchasing power. This will also affect the sales price because if people can't borrow more, that means they can't spend more. So sellers have to know that by the end of the year, as interest rates go up, I still believe that the appreciation in our market will still be double digits overall in 2022, but I believe that that could be one of the indicators that makes it less likely to be 20+% appreciation because buyers are borrowing at a higher interest rate. What we're also seeing is that sellers are starting to understand how much money they can cash out of. And for those people who have had thoughts of leaving town, relocating to be with family, maybe downsizing, they're seeing the price tags of their neighbors' homes. So that could be one of the main indicators as people understand how much money they're going to be able to sell for, that increase the inventory levels. And as supply goes up to maybe meet the demand, potentially the level of appreciation could somewhat stable out. Here's the truth of the matter. Nobody knows what's going to happen by the end of the year, but what we do know is that for those of you who are ready to buy, if you buy today, I wholeheartedly believe that your property is going to be worth more next year. And if you're ready to sell, it's an incredible time to cash out and use that money for other investments and other things in life. We're watching the market, we're watching the data every day. We don't know what's going to be happening, but we're going to be helping as many people as we can this year in 2022, that's for certain. So I hope you learned something on this episode of Life's a Beach. Make sure to follow for more real estate related content. I'll see you next time.